Welcome, beautiful yogis. Today is gentle yoga. We're going to do gentle but powerful stretches and strengtheners. And we're going to loosen up neck, shoulders, hips, and align the spine. And we'll also be strengthening the core and breathing in a way that our nervous system knows it's okay to relax now. So let's begin lying down on the back. And we'll begin by drawing knees in towards chest. Both knees drawing in close. Tuck the chin. Perfectly fine to have a little blanket under your head. Squeeze your thighs, your knees in. And then catch the exhale and just lift your head and chest up, nose to knees. Curling up into a little ball. And then lie your head down and place your feet on the mat, making space. Good. Arms just alongside your body. Roll your head a little side to side. And we'll find the midline with your head. And with your attention inward, sense your spinal column, how it connects your skull, back of the neck, and traces the center of your back in this undulating way. The natural curves of the spine, very palpable here. And now let your awareness come to your left shoulder and left arm and hand. And now awareness to your right shoulder, arm, and hand. Sensing where your feet are. And then we'll begin the practice with a deep nose inhale together, breathing in. Keep breathing in until you're full. Hold the breath a moment. And then dandelion breath. Let your breath blow away. Nose inhalation. Again, really lovely, full, generous breath. That little pause at the top of your breath. And then blow it away. One more this way. So we've linked now with conscious breathing, the inhale much deeper than the autopilot breath. We hold and blow it away completely, slowly. Now bring your right knee into your chest, hold your hands around the knee, and slide your left leg straight on the mat, pushing through the left heel. And then as you snuggle your shoulders broad, relax the right foot completely, it flops, and then we'll circle it. Circle your right foot. And circle it the other way. Great. And now take a lovely deep nose inhale as we did. And as we exhale, can you draw your right thigh even closer to your body? Squeeze the breath out. You can do dandelion breath. Nose inhales the right thigh a little bit away and the left leg up. So the inhale, the legs are moving. And then on the exhale, the left leg slowly down as we squeeze the right thigh closer to the body, all the breath out. We'll repeat that 2 more times. Inhale the right thigh away as the left leg lifts. Exhale, squeeze right leg in and left leg slowly down to the mat. One more time. Now this time when your left leg lands, let it completely soften and relax. And situate your right foot on top of that relaxed left thigh. Hold your right knee with your left hand, and we do a little roly-poly to the left with your knee, with your hips, but not with your upper back. Leave your right arm close on the mat. So just sense and feel this position. Now we're about to move the right arm. So bring it close to your body on the mat, and then inhale, take it all the way overhead. Stretch it long, and then slide it along the ground towards the right as you exhale, bringing it back to your side. We'll do that 2 more times. Right arm straight into the air, and then overhead. Feel that? And take it all the way along the ground to the right and back to your side. And we'll do it 1 more time. Inhale, raise the arm all the way to the ground above. Exhaling, circle the arm wide and return it to the mat. Good, and then just feel the arm and shoulder at rest now. And then we'll inhale onto the back again. Place your right foot flat and your left foot next to it. And take a moment here to feel the different energy flows in the body. There's a little asymmetry here. Now deliver your left knee into your hands and slide the right leg on the mat, pushing through the right heel now. The leg is vigorous, and the left foot flops and softens so that we can now circle that left foot, circling it around. And then circle the foot the other way. Good, and then let the foot relax, but catch the exhale and pull your left thigh closer to your body. Squeeze the breath out. Inhale, the left thigh moves away. And then squeeze it close on exhale. Adding the right leg now. Inhale, left thigh moves away and the right leg rises. And then on the exhale, the right leg lowers while we draw the left thigh with the strong arms close to the body, completing at the end of the breath. 2 more times. And 1 more. Now the right leg, when it lands, softens and relaxes. Place the left foot on top of your right thigh. We're going to roll onto the right hip and guide your knee with your right hand. Take a moment to feel all of this. Left arm, shoulder at ease for a moment. Feel how this position moves energy through your left side. And now we'll begin to move that left arm. So first bring it onto the mat right near your body. Then inhale it straight up and overhead. Touch the ground with your thumb if you can, and then wide arm along the ground to return to your mat. And twice more with your breath. Raise the arm. Exhale it wide out. Just a lovely rotation in that left shoulder. 1 to go. Good, and then let the arm relax. Roll onto your back again. Left buttock lands, left foot flat. Slide your right foot next to it. Centralize your sacrum. And then bring your palms very close to your hips. Press the shoulders down. And then take both feet off the mat. Inhale both legs up towards vertical, flexed feet. And then exhale, bend the knees and let your feet flop, hanging near the buttocks. Extend the legs straight, breathing in. And bend the knees, exhale. And we've got 3 more of these. Stretch the legs straight. Let's add a little pause here. Exhale, bend the knees. Extend the legs, breathing in, full breath capacity, little hold. And exhale, bend the knees. 1 more time. Extend, flex and pause. Exhale, bend the knees. Keep them hanging near your buttocks. Now, both legs just above the floor, straighten out and inhale them to vertical. Exhale, bend the knees. Push the feet away close to the floor, inhaling the legs to vertical. And exhale, bend the knees. We got 3 more of these. Long legs close to the ground, straightening and rising. The exhale, we just bend the knees. 2 more. Last one, yogis. Nice. This time as we bend the knees, let your feet come all the way to the mat. And move your arms a little bit away, rolling the palms upwards, and then widen the knees. Cobbler's pose. Fill up with an inhale. And the slow roll of your head towards the left on exhale. Dandelion exhale. Inhaling to center. And we roll the head the other way. Dandelion exhale. Just a little stress buster. And back to center. And the knees also coming back upright. Good. And now let's cup the head with the hands. Hold your head and take your feet off the mat. And you could rock your hips a little bit so that you feel your sacrum into the mat as we now fill up with the breath and exhale. Upper body lifts. Right elbow across while the right leg pedals straight. And inhale back to starting point, head on the mat, knees bent. Exhale, left elbow across, straighten the left leg just above the floor, and inhale, bring it back. Can you feel as we continue how we are still working the core muscles, but now it's 1 leg at a time. And with this curl up, we are accessing these diagonal muscles. We have 1 more to each side. And let your head come down. Feet come down. Lift your hips enough just to tuck your wrists or your palms under. And now take your legs straight on the mat. And now raise your right leg up towards vertical. And exhale, lower it down. Left leg, raise it with the inhale to vertical. And exhale down. Now this time, let's see if we can get both legs up. Inhale both legs up to vertical. And exhale slowly down. So we've got the hands pinned under to support the back so the core can get really strong. So continue now, either one leg at a time or both. See what your body's up for today. The inhale is the lifting and the exhale is the lowering. Three to go. Two to go. And our last one. Now this time, let your legs land on the mat and relax them completely. Remove your palms, your arms roll away, opening the hands. Feel your body completely relaxed here. Lovely flow of natural breath. Good. Now firming up your legs again, close together, and your arms out from the shoulders, still palms open. The right leg inhales up to vertical, and this time the right foot heads for the left hand. Roll onto your left hip and come back up. Exhale, lower down. Now it's the left leg lifted up. Exhale across. Inhale up and lower down. The right leg again, take it up and bring it over and up. Two, lower down. Left and across. Bring it up to exhale down, keeping your legs firmed up for the last cycle of each. Last is the left, up and over towards the right hand. Inhale. And down comes the leg. When it lands, relax your legs, bring your arms a little closer in. Have them relax too. Feel how the contrast from the effort and the stretch, muscular action, to now this releasing. This is a great skill to have not only on our mat, but when we notice that we're tense, how we can just quickly relax everything. Please bend your knees so your feet are flat. Palms down near the feet. We're coming into the bridge series. Feet and palms pressed down. Raise your hips. Inhale. Lower down. Exhale. I really love bridge pose. Continue with it. It is both grounding and centering, strengthening so many muscles in the hips and core, buttocks. And with the aligned feet and knees, we are strengthening the ligaments that hold the knees together. We have 2 to go. Lifting up on in. And the controlled exhale to bring you back to the mat again. And one more time, rise. And lower your hips down. Good. And when you land, we have a little moment again to soften and relax buttocks. Arms move away to roll open, knees drop wide as the feet touch in cobblers. Breath in. Blow the breath away as your head rolls to the right. The inhale brings the head back to center. And the exhale, blow the breath to the left. Nose back to center. Knees come up and deliver a knee into each hand. And draw close to your body. Oh, lovely everyone. Let's roll on over. Come to hands and knees. This is where it's nice to have the blocks. Nearby. So we're on 4s. We're going to move into the spine, into the cow shape. Inhale and round your back. Exhale, tuck the tummy in. Inhale, heart forward, chin up. And exhale, round under. So stretch your breath now so that your inhale is deeper, the movement is slower. Same with exhale. Movement is deeper, slower, and the breath completely squeezed out here, as we did. Tending the movements in your body, how the exhale is that inward contraction. 2 more times, please. And our last one. From the neutral back, let's reach for the blocks, placing a block, middle setting under each hand. And here we go. From this position, raise your right knee up, inhale. Same action, round your back as the knee draws forward and the spine rounds. Twice more. Take that knee as high as you can get it up behind so the quad, the psoas really stretches. And this time we'll take the foot forward. All the way through between the blocks. Lunge a little forward. And then the hands are going to stay on the blocks today. Curl your back toe and straighten the back leg. So a little strengthening here into the leg, both legs. And so we hold this shape, be fully present with your breath. A nice way to do that is to just close your eyes gazing at the brow and letting the breaths be deep and slow. And so the holding of this stronger pose is helping with bone density, weight bearing. Can you do 2 more breaths? And then the final exhale will lower the back knee down, release the toes. And now draw your hips back so the front leg can straighten. Push the heel forward. Adjust your blocks, your wrists as needed. And draw your heart forward, your right sit bone back. On the exhale, we'll draw that right knee next to the left knee. And take second side in our sequence. Now it's the left knee lifted up behind. Inhale. And knee to nose, exhale, round your back. 2 to go. Yes. Good. And then we're going to step the foot through. Push it through. Lean a little forward so we can curl the back toe, straighten that back leg. Heart forward, powerful leg. Pausing here with that inward attention of strength in your body. Breath, inward gaze at the brow. Really rooting through that front foot and the ball of the back foot. One more beautiful inhale, and then we'll lower the back knee when the exhale occurs. Release the toes, pull the hips back, left leg towards straight as the heel moves forward, the sit bone back. Adjust your hands, your blocks. Any tension that builds there, we want to release it right away. And now we'll draw the left leg back. Place the blocks to the side, and let's come down to the elbows, palms together. And look down towards your knees. Curl the toes. Take both knees up, pressing the forearms down. Tiptoe a bit forward. Heart through the shoulders. And some deep flowing breaths. Here too, strengthening pose, holding for a few more breaths. These longer holds are what impact the bone, working the bones a bit more. And then the next exhale, knees come down. Release your toes and come back to hands and knees and bring your blocks back. So we're on hands and knees, blocks and knees. Take your right knee up, inhale. Step the foot through and This time the foot presses down so we can raise the arms up. Bring the arms overhead and circle them wide. Steady through your front foot. Left arm comes forward. Lean forward, hook your elbow across the knee for a twist to the right. Hands press, or you could wrap your right arm behind your back if your wrists are troublesome today. And turn and feel your strength. Your strength and your flexibility. Yes, so good, so lovely. Now let's see. We've got the right knee. It should be the left elbow over the knee. Have you got your left elbow? Ah, that's the way. Great. And now the hands back to the blocks and draw your right leg back. From the fours, it's the left knee lifting up behind. Step the left foot through. Press the foot down to rise up. Nice big circling of the arms, shoulders, as we did when we were lying down. Now it's the right arm only. Come forward and reach your right elbow over your left knee, crossing the midline. Palms press, turn your trunk to the left. And feel all that's here. Exhaling, release your hands to the blocks, draw your left knee back. Blocks to the sides, come to your elbows again, palms together. And this time, let's walk the knees a little bit further back, then curl your toes, take your knees up, and then inch your feet back so your hips lower a bit, so we're more in a plank pose here. Forearm plank again. This is a strong pose. We want to close the eyes and breathe slow and deep. So keep firing up your legs, thighs slightly inward, back of the knees stretching open, your heels pressing away. Your upper arms are working. Can you feel them? Draw the belly in. Yeah, it's one more breath in. And then exhale, hips lower down. Widen your elbows, relax on your palms for a little rest. Ooh, soften the back and shoulders. Bring your right arm out to the right, level with the shoulders. We're going to roll onto the right hip. You can bend your knees and just roll onto the right hip and the right side. We're opening into the right front shoulder. Now the left hand could be pressing on the ground to help you with this. Or you could bring your left arm behind you, wrap it behind your waist, and draw that left shoulder back as well. 3 breaths. And we roll back onto the tummy to change side. Left arm level with your shoulder. Keep rolling till you're on your left side. Now the knees can bend, help you stay balanced. And bring your right hand to support you in front or reach the arm back. Strengthening the shoulder, stretching the shoulder. bringing prana to the shoulders so that we maintain mobility and our capacity to just embrace our lives. Onto the tummy again. Come into Sphinx pose again. So centralize your midline, be on your forearms, traction your heart forward. Pubis to throat is long. Close the eyes and be present here as the palms, forearms, elbows press down. And the breath is deep and slow. Penetrate your back with your inhales. Keep the breath deep and full. One more inhalation. And then as we lower to the floor with the chest, bring your hands back. Curl your toes and come to hands and knees. And then take your seat towards your feet. Extended child's pose. And then come forward again to fours. Walk your hands ahead of the shoulders as you curl the toes for downward dog. Deep full breaths in downward dog. Feet are close together. Raise the left leg high up behind. You can go as high as you like. Keeping your left leg lifted, raise your right heel and then lower your right heel. Ooh, work your hamstring, your Achilles. And one more. And then we'll lower the left foot next to the right foot. Let's bring the knees down, give the wrists and shoulders a little break. So come to child's pose, wide knees. Sit back as much as you can. You feel free to use a blanket, pillow your forehead, and soften back. And come back to fours. And set up again for downward dog. Curl the toes, up we come. Feet are close together. So the arms are long and straight and the finger pads are pressing. And now bring your right leg up as high as you like. And while the leg is up there, lift and lower your left heel. And then bring your foot back down. Good. Inch the feet back a little bit so we could come to a plank. Lower all the way down to the mat. Sphinx pose. And be present in Sphinx pose. Feel your breathing and all that is here. So there's a little pressure downward, traction, downward and pulling towards body. We're sustaining the hold. One more big inhale. The exhale, make a little pillow with your both hands to receive your brow. And relax your back. Completely soften. And now bend your right knee so it's off your mat. but level with your hip. And we'll rest and breathe here, letting that right inseam and groin drop towards the ground. So gravity does it, nothing to do, just hold this shape. One more breath. Bringing now your right leg back. Feel the center line, and then your left knee bends, it goes off the mat in line with the hip. Shin bones parallel to the mat, relax to breathe. And bring your left knee in. Slide your hands next to the ribs, curl the toes under, press to the knees. Seat to feet, extended child's pose, just for a breath or two, and then we'll take a downward dog. Knees off the mat, tail is high. Walking now your feet to the front of the mat. And as you parallel your feet, grab your blocks now, your high blocks. Coming into this flat back position. Feet close together. And take your right leg parallel to the mat. Standing just on your left leg now, not too high. Hip stays pointing down. Now bend your right knee. Now bend your left knee, standing knee a little bit. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your nose and round your back. We'll do that twice more. Right knee lifts. So much like we did when we were on the knees. And now we're standing, strengthening that left haunch. Can you feel how it has to work? Knee to nose. Good. And now the right foot next to the left foot. Walk it out a little bit. Ease your left haunch. Great. Flat back position. Left leg parallel. So we begin with legs straight. Breathing here. Strong right leg and hip. Now bend your left knee and bend your standing knee a little bit. Look up, lift the back knee. Exhale, knee forward, round your back. And twice more. Last one. And left foot next to right. Separate your feet a little bit, about hips width. Let go your blocks so that you could fold your arms, ease the wrists, and let your shoulders, forearms relax in the dangling shape. And now we're rolling up to stand. A little knee bend is fine. You can press your hands on your thighs to brace your way up. Coming all the way up to stand. And pause here. Yes. Good. So let's take a little balance challenge. We're standing on the left foot. Can you lift your right knee and hold your thigh with your hands? And then keep your spine as straight as you can. Looking at something that's not moving. Yes, good. And bring your foot back down. Even here, standing on the one leg, strengthening the standing hip. And up comes your left knee. So we stand on the right. Lift your heart. And set your foot down. Nice. Both feet on the ground. Walk them out. Prayer pose hands. Inhale, the arms widened up. Forward bend, heart leads. Hands to shin bones. Inhale to the flat back. And now exhaling, bend your knees and blocks can go out of the way as you plant your hands and walk your feet back for downward dog. Come to plank and lower all the way down on your belly. Reach the arms back, clasp. Chest lifts, legs lift. 3 breaths. And hands back next to your ribs. Curl your toes. Come to hands and knees. Take your hips to your heels. And we'll go back to downward dog. So from here, you can go to the knees, or from here, we're coming into pigeon pose, which is the right knee sliding to the inside of your right hand, and lower your hips down. And if you're tipping a lot, then just bring a prop under your right hip so that you stay level. Or a blanket will do. Now if your knee hurts, then just roll onto your back and do thread the needle. If your knee is good, you can always increase this by bringing your right foot a little further, but you may be already at your max. And then we're going to lie down. Come off the wrists to your elbows, have a little lie down, and be present here. And so the breath's long and slow into the areas that you are feeling. To come out, bring your hands back to support you, back to all fours or to downward dog. Just see what's right for your body today. And whichever one you took, take your right leg back. Ease that knee and hip. And then bring your foot or knee down. And we'll take the left knee forward inside of the left hand. Shin bone a little forward. Level your hips. So use a prop if you're tipping a lot to your left. And then as you lift the heart, we'll come forward and lie over the leg and rest here. Letting your breath distribute prana, vitality, aliveness, while our mind becomes more calm, centered on the breath and this feeling of the body. So the body enlivens and the mind calms down. And coming out of the pose, as we did, you're going either to downward dog or fours, and stretch that left leg high, straight. Good, left foot or knee down, and let's all bring the knees down, and we'll come into a seated position onto a folded blanket. And let's begin in cobbler's pose. Sitting upright. Lift your heart and come forward with the heart leading the way. Hands can adjust to your feet, looking down towards your feet. Rest in the low back breath. Slowly up. Help your knees up. Widen the feet. Bring your hands for a little support behind you as we tip the knees side to side. And so this gentle yoga is so good for moving prana, keeping our flexibility and our mobility. But you'll notice that as we practice yoga with the breath awareness, it's the mind that gets so relaxed and centered out of its frantic busyness. Nice, all the way back to center. Walk your feet in, sliding now your right leg straight and your left heel close to the groin. Both arms, inhale them up and exhale, reach for your ankle or your foot or your knee. Once you've found something to hold on to, lift your heart and then fold over your leg and rest here. Still the breath going into the low back. As we breathe here, can you allow the exhalation to slow down, to get longer? Two more cycles here, even adding a little count, 4 in, 8 out. Walk your way up your leg, come to upright and switch sides. Bringing your inhaling arms all the way up Come forward and reach where you can. Hold on. Heart comes forward and up with deep breath in. And then we lie in the forward bend over the leg. No strain in the hands. Breath awareness. In for 4 and out for 8. One more. Make your way up. And slide your both legs straight. Push through both heels. And raise your arms. And reach where you can. As we did, hold on and lift your heart, breathing in. And fold over your long legs, look down and feel your breath. Long exhales. Nice. Walk your hands up, coming upright. And cobbler's pose, as we did, but this time the feet are further away. Heart lifts, and forward we come. And hold on and let your head relax. And breathe into your back, letting the exhale continue to be really long. Slowly up. Knees draw in, and we now make our way onto the back. So come down slowly, use the core. Soften your limbs. And then reach for your block, place it under the sacrum. Tuck your arms in close and let your legs hang into the air. And here, let's practice the square breath. Inhale 4, hold 4, out 4, hold 4. One more round. And then as we resume normal breathing, let your feet come down to the mat. Remove the block. And then lower your hips. Wide arms, hips to the right, with the right leg over the left. And a little twist to the left. So now the limbs soften. And even though the legs are wrapped, and it is quite a lovely big sensation in the right hip and buttock, let it all be. So all the effort now, we're letting it go. The mind dropping into a more diffuse place. Being breathed. And then please bring your knees back up. Switch, shift, left, left on top. And over we go. Relax your legs to the right. And feel the ease in the shoulders and arms. We did a lot of muscular strengthening in arms and haunches today. And how good it feels to just let it all go into the being breathed place. And now come back to center. Find center, find your props, and make your way to final relaxation. And let your body be breathed. Falling away and dropping deep. So yogis, as always, know that you can stay and relax as long as you like. So wonderful to practice with you. And if you are ready to complete your practice, roll onto your side. Take a moment in gratitude. Namaste, beautiful yogis. See you next time.